Hello. Welcome in. Welcome to my channel. Today, I truly want to talk about how death is not the end. Let me repeat that. Death is not the end. Death is simply the beginning of one's transformation. You see, on this journey, I have learned that in order to be born again, we truly have to let ourselves die. The part of us that we once played in this world, to feel like we had to fit in with society, with family, with friends, the part of us that was conditioned, programmed, taught to believe in the lies that we weren't good enough, that we had to look outside of ourselves to find peace, to find love, to find wholeness, to find God, whatever the case may be. The part of us that took on an identity that was never truly ours to begin with. We have to let that part of ourselves die completely so that we can be transformed into the true version of ourselves, which is our soul. And this process may not be easy at times, but it is worth it. To be the truest version of yourself is so worth it, my friend. And I know how it feels because I've been there before. I've had to go through many deaths and rebirths in my life on this journey that I have been on, this journey of healing, of evolution, of becoming one with God again, of realizing that I had to love myself so deeply, so completely, so fully enough to come back home to my soul, to come back home to my heart, to come back home to all of me and the God that is and was always residing within me as well. And when you can allow yourself to unravel in this process, to truly face all of you, no matter how hard it may be, you truly allow God to work through you and with you as well, because God just wants the best for you. And in order to truly see your heaven on earth, to help that be a possibility for you, you have to let go of every version of yourself that can't come with you, that is not needed for you to be anymore, to play anymore, to fake anymore, because God wants the real, true you inside. God wants your soul, because you are your soul, and God wants you to know that your soul is ready to lead. Your soul is ready to evolve, to expand beyond. Your soul wants you to know that you are what you need. You have been what you needed all along, my friend. So simply ask yourself, can you allow yourself to go through this process? Can you allow yourself to be reborn again? To claim your heaven on earth? To be transformed before your eyes? And to realize that you are more than worthy of this transformation. You are more than worthy of seeing the life that God has in store for you, of being the person whom you have always been inside, underneath it all. But you have to be willing to look within, to truly find yourself, to come back home to you, to come back home to God, to be one with your soul, and to let them know that you are ready, you are willing to step into all of you, to be who you truly are today, each and every single day, my friend. Because this life is too short to not live it to the fullest, to not truly be ourselves. And God is giving you this chance, this opportunity to look within, to live your life on your own terms, my friends, and to truly be the creator of your reality and the co-creator with all that is, with God, with the universe, with source, with all of creation. So give yourself permission to feel what you have to feel, to let yourself transform beyond the known and step outside your comfort zone. Because when we allow ourselves to go through these things, we allow ourselves to simply become powerful beyond measure, because we have always been powerful, and we are just simply learning what it means to be powerful once again. We are simply learning what it means to be divine, to be the person we have always been inside before the world told us and taught us who we should be, how we should act, how we should feel, what we should do, how we should look outside of ourselves for everything, when all we truly needed to do was and is look within. Because it starts with us looking within ourselves, finding who we truly are again, facing the patterns, the belief systems, the conditionings, the programmings, the lies that we were taught throughout our lives, and letting it crumble and fall away, and to truly rebuild ourselves and reprogram our minds so that we can truly be who we are really meant to be, without all of this unnecessary baggage, to truly heal ourselves so that when God is ready to give us what our soul is asking for, our heaven on earth, all of our dreams to come true, we will be able to hold it, and we will be able to sustain it with all of ourselves, because we have went through the process of death and rebirth. We have went through the process of unbecoming and pulling out everything that we are not and letting it shed and fall away. Because when we allow ourselves to do this, we become stronger, wiser, better, truer, so much more powerful and magical beyond measure, my friend. But God is waiting on you to see it. God is waiting on you to choose yourself, my friends, because in this new era that humanity is truly headed towards, if you are willing, in order to help co-create the new earth, God needs all of us, all of humanity, to come back home to themselves, to come back home to their truth, to come back home to their light, to their God essence that has always been within, my friends. To know that we don't need to give our power outside of ourselves any longer. We don't need to fear and live in survival mode any longer. We don't have to lack. We don't have to compete. We don't have to do any of those things that we were taught to do or believe what we were made to believe, that life has to be tough, that life has to be rough, when it is simply not the truth. When we are willing to do this and truly come back home to the truth of who we are able to help co-create the new earth within ourselves, because we are the universe in this human form. We are consciousness, God consciousness, source consciousness, unity consciousness, unity consciousness, my friends. And it is time for us to truly live in our heart space now more than ever before, because our heart is consciousness as well. Because our heart is conscious, our heart is intelligent, our heart knows what to do. Our heart knows where to guide us, to help us co-create our heaven on earth. But you have to allow yourself to be in sync. And try not to be in your mind so much. To let your ego self step aside, and to let your soul come through and show you the way, that there is a better day. There are many better days, my friends. You just have to believe and know it to be true with all of you, and feel it deep down in your heart, deep down in your soul. And if you are still here with me, then I know that you are feeling something, because you wouldn't still be listening to me. And who am I to say all of this to you? I am simply a messenger from God, a messenger of God, because I have been through this process, my friends, and I have came to learn the truth, and I am also learning day by day and becoming more of who I truly am, whom I have always been inside. And this is a part of what I am being asked to do since I have been on this journey, since I have came out the other side. And I was asked to help you, to help all of humanity come back to themselves, come back to the God within, to feel their soul and be one with their soul again. And I know you have it in you to do what you need to do, to feel what you need to feel, and to know that this right here is real. Because when I was on my journey, when I started seeing people speak to me through online platforms, I thought I was going crazy. I really did. Like, I wasn't really sure what to believe. But a part of me knew that they were speaking straight to me, that they were messengers of God, because God placed them in my sight to see, to know the truth, and to know that this is real, that I am not alone, and that I was never alone. And God is doing the same for you as well, because God and your soul, they work together, because your soul is God, a part of God consciousness in many forms. And they place this video in front of you so that you may understand and have a higher perspective, so that you may feel what is true for you. So ask yourself, what are you feeling with me in this moment? And be so honest right now, and allow yourself to let go and to feel what you need to feel. But do not let it define you. Do not let it hold you back from being who you truly are today. In fact, you should use this as strength. You should use this as a way for you to do what you need to do. To believe that God is real. And I know that God can be difficult for people to believe in and to understand, because of the way that we were taught growing up with religion. And most people, the way that they taught us in religion about God is simply not true. Some things in the Bible are true, but all of it isn't. And God is truly consciousness, source energy. God is truly intelligent beyond measure, infinite intelligence. This is what God is. God is within you and all around you, my friends. God came down to this earth and into the universe, the multiverses, in many forms. We have never been separate, my friend. When you look at me, you are looking at yourself. because we are consciousness meeting each other over and over again. Even the device you are looking on at me with, you are not separate from that device. Because I have learned on this journey that light does not have to look like light for it to be light. And we are light. We are light beings, truly. And we have always been. And everything in this world, in this reality, is energy. It is consciousness. And God is asking you, truly, can you be brave enough, strong enough, bold enough, daring enough, and love yourself so deeply, so completely with all of you, to truly come back home to you, to be who you truly are, and to allow God to help you work miracles in your life. Because once you come back to this truth of who you really are, the game truly changes, my friend. And you start playing a new game if you so desire. Because we are the observer. And when we grow our consciousness to a certain point, we begin to realize that we are the field. And we have always been. We are the field. And our body, our vessel, walks through this field every day. And the field is so conscious. This field is God. And God has a plan for you. God has a life for you. God has a purpose for you and with you. But you have to simply allow yourself to let go, to stay strong, to face all of you, and to accept yourself completely. To bring your darkness into the light, and to simply know that they both too can exist. Because without no darkness, there can be no light. And it's time for you to be whole. To know that you are who you were always looking for. So come back home to you. Come back home to the Creator. And to claim what is rightfully yours. Step back on your throne, my friend. And start building your heaven on earth with all that is. Because they are waiting for you. So simply allow yourself to unfold, to unravel, to unbecome, so you can become whom you are always meant to be. And simply allow God to work through you and with you as well, and all around you, my friend. You see, when we can come into this knowing that we are each other, that we have always been working with each other in many forms, and that we are simply helping ourselves come back home to us, to the true version of ourselves. It is truly mind blowing, and it made me cry so much. Just talking about this message makes me so emotional. And I know if you are still here, because this video is a little bit long, then this message is for you. I know you are feeling it because I am feeling it. I am literally about to cry. You are not alone in this, my friends. You are loved, you are supported, you are guided. We are in this together, and God is always with you. God is near. God is inside you. God is you and all around you. And not only do you have God, you have your angels, your ancestors, your spirit guides, and the loved ones on the other side who want the best for you. But in order for everyone to truly help you, you have to help yourself. They can't do it for you because you have free will. They all know this. God knows this. We know this. So use your free will to do what is best for you. Use your free will to come back home to you, my friend. And to simply be all that you are. To claim your magic and use it. Because you are powerful. Because God is powerful, my friend. And you can co-create your heaven on earth. This I promise you. But you have to go through this process of death and rebirth. And remember, death is not the end. This is only the beginning. And I can't wait for you to see what God has in store for you when you partner up with yourself. When you partner up with your soul, because you are the soul. Having a temporary human experience to see what it's like to be a human, to learn these lessons, to forget and then remember, and to come back to themselves again, to be one with the divine again, the most high, the infinite intelligence that created everything in this world. The infinite intelligence that created you. You are the creator in the creation. And how wonderful is that? You are so wonderful. You are needed. You are loved. We cannot do this without you. Everyone has a part to play. Everyone has a role to play. Everyone has a purpose, even if it's just you being who you truly are. But you have to give yourself permission and to know that no matter what you are going through, you will get to the other side. And I am here supporting you and cheering you along. I am cheering you along the way. I know you've got this. If I can get through it, and if I am still getting through it, then I know that you can get through it. You will get through it. Believe, trust, and have faith in yourself, and have faith in God, that God knows what they are doing. Your angels, your ancestors, your spirit guides, they know what they are doing, but they need your help. So let this sink in with you for a moment. Then choose. Decide. What will you do with this information? Will you do what is best for you? Or will you continue to live the life that is not truly yours, that is not truly the one for you, that is not the life that God has for you, that God knows that you are ready for? Because you wouldn't be ready for it if you were watching this video, if you were feeling how I'm feeling too. Something inside of you is stirring. Something inside of you is yearning. Something inside of you is screaming. Can you feel it? Because that is calling you to step forward, to come forward, to finally listen for once in your life. To know that it is okay. It is an act of love to yourself and to your soul when you choose you, when you love you, when you do what is best for you, when you unbecome to become whom you have always been inside. And with that being said, I love you. I am so proud of you. I know you have this in you, my friends, because again, I am a reflection of you, of your consciousness who knows that this is true. I am simply reflecting what you already have within you to let you see and hear this from a higher perspective. What will you do with it? It is your choice after all. And I truly hope to see you again soon, my friends. Much love. Bye.